Hello, so I'm gonna kind of wing this video here. I guess I kind of always do anyway. So I have these threads for the stairs. So unless I'm missing something in the macro, I got to this point. But they're grip strut stairs, which let me see if I can show you. Um, so it's this planking here. So the stuff here. So it's not 2 inches. Obviously, these grips stick up quite a bit. Sorry. So, and then we have this bent in part at the bottom. So I want to try and get it kind of close to that. So I've done it on this stair. So I exploded the macro, or I didn't explode it. Sorry, I basically drew up this. But if I select one assembly, I can show you. So I'll select this one, and you can see this is what it looks like, but the top of it is thicker than that. So I want the top to be thick all the way down to the plate because that's where the grips are sticking up. And those two bottom plates that I have there, I want them to actually be part of the assembly. For now, I just have them so that they show up, so the guys in the shop know what to do, but I really should do it a little better. So this is still part of the macro here, which is fine, but what I want to do is I want to put the same steps on this one. Sorry. So what I could do is just do the same as I did here, but I figured I have not added a profile to the stair macro, so maybe I'll give that a shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that one thread there. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to orientate the UCS, so I'm going to rotate around the Y axis, and then I'm going to go Y again twice. Alright, so now I'm going to select those elements, and right click, clipboard, copy with base point, and I'll just pick the center of that plate, doesn't really matter for now. I'm going to open a new drawing, so it's opening my template. So I'm going to select everything except this one line. And now I'm going to paste it here. Sorry, I have a bit of a sore throat. And that did not come in where I wanted it to come in, strangely enough. Whatever I did wrong. But doesn't really matter, I guess, but that should not have come in that way. But anyway, let's move it over here. So I'm going to select here, and I'm going to move it over to the end of the line here. So now I'm basically looking at the profile because I worked up this profile of the steel that's outside in the yard. So if I rotate this around the x-axis, now I could have just taken in the profile. That's probably what I should have done, but I'm back to world. Sorry, this is a bit long-winded here, of course, but rotate here. So basically what we need to do is one, we could just copy this as a block and put it in as a special part, but there's going to have different lengths of threads, so that's not going to work. So what I want to do is I'm going to draw lines around this. So let's just draw a line from here, which is the bottom of that, and we're going 2.5 inches to the top, 2.5 inches, and then we're going to come across here, which is 11.75, and then we're going to come back down 2.5. Sorry, that did not come the right way. So this is going to be my profile, 2.5, and I think this was 3/4, yeah, 0.75, and so let's see, that's pretty good. So let's do fillet radius. I think that was 0.5. I could be wrong. No, 3/8. So 3/8. So that's good. And we'll redo the fillet. All right. So now I do like to join them first, so I probably should have joined that first. So we can join these, and let's draw another line here. Now you can obviously do this with polylines, whatever way you want to do it. I do it different ways each time. And then OF for offset, and 1/8. Right, so that's following that profile, and then there's a line across here. So I don't actually need this up here, so we're going to trim that off. So it's just giving you an idea of what I'm doing. So basically the top of the stairs where the grip strut is, it's like that size. So this is the profile I want. So what I'm going to do is select those elements which are already highlighted. So go in here, select them. I'm going to move them over 2 feet, so 24 inches. This is the profile I want. I'm going to delete that. So this is what my thread's going to look like. And alright, so we're going to go to the top. We're going to draw a box around that. Now, you can do it a couple of different ways. So let's go to output. So extended modeling. So if you go here, we can see the frame. You can click down here. Changes the layer to frame. So once you hit one of those, let's do the frame. So that's already on the correct layer. So this needs to be a polyline. So you just need to be careful with your curves to make sure that they're a polyline. So if I right click here, I can see that this is a polyline. So that is now a polyline. So now what I want to do is I want to go to, which one is it? I want to do text, I guess, right? So I think the trick here is, let's do text. And the trick is you have to call this user defined thread. Defined thread. Sorry, TR. I always do that. And we want to put this on the section class. So let's go here. Outer contour, inner contour, section class. So, sorry, I should have done it the other way around, but it doesn't matter. All these are activated now, so you want to go in here. Sorry. It's been a while since I've done this, and let's go to the properties, and the height is 1.25. We'll change it to so it fits inside the box, and then we can copy that down to the bottom, and we're going to call this grip strut. Grip strut, and it's 11.75 or 11 3/4. It's going to look better probably. And then I don't want to pick, I only have an outer section and I have an exact outer section. So I want to pick this, put it on the exact outer section. So that's on the exact outer section, and now we want to go back into extended modeling. Sorry, it's been a while, as I say, so I'm a little rusty on this. So we want to pick our points. So I want to pick this bottom point down here, and we can do endpoint. And then we want to, so you want to just go through all these. So let's go to, and we can do a midpoint between 2 points. Right, let's cancel out that one. Sorry, that one didn't work. So sometimes what I do is I'll just go and sometimes I put them in that way, sometimes I just throw them in and then move them later, which works better sometimes. I'm not going to get too technical with this. So we really need to get that top corner up there, which we do kind of need. So maybe we'll draw in some lines here. Select those two, mirror them over here. Erase, no. And then we want to go do this top point here. That's going to be the intersection there. And you see it changes sizes, but that doesn't really matter as far as I know. And then we want to pick this top corner, intersection. So that's probably fine for now. You can also go in here, you want to pick something, pick a face for the coordinate system. I want to pick that face, and you can pick that face, and we'll pick this face. Alright, so now that's probably enough. Now the problem is this is on the wrong layer, right? So let's go back to our layers. Section name, it's type name. Now I think I have them the wrong way around, right? Type name should be blue. Yeah, I'm doing that the wrong way around. And section name. Alright, we'll try that. I think that's it. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so now we've created this polyline, and it should go in as a user defined thread, grip strut 11 3/4. It's inside the frame, which is on the hyper frame, so that's good. I don't need this anymore. Delete that. And let's move this over. Actually, I don't think we can move it. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm doing that wrong. Let me while I'm doing it. This doesn't work for me, so I'm trying to move it from that point to 0, 0. Yeah, doesn't work with 0, 0 either, or 0, 0, 0. I usually have to draw a line here. So anyway, it doesn't matter. So we're going to go back to extended modeling, and you can use either of these because I only have all sections. I only have one section, so it doesn't matter. So we'll do this one. User defined grip strut successfully created. Okay, that says that has worked. So I don't know if we need to shut anything down or if we just need to update. We probably need to shut down. But let me see. So if I go into the stairs, advanced joint properties, down in plates. Would you believe, I think I just deleted, I did, I believe, just delete the frame around this shortly ago. So let me go back. And that's when I copied the plate over. I was going to just copy these over to the other stairs, so I had just deleted the giant box around the stairs. There it is there. Alright, so we got the giant box back, and let's deselect everything. And now we can do advanced giant properties. Not sure what that's saying. Upgrade to master. No, I think I messed it up. Alright, so I messed it up. So what we'll do is we'll just draw a line from here up to that nosing point, and I'll draw a line from here to here. And I'll move these over here like 30 feet. Alright, sorry, I'm getting a bit totally sidetracked here, kinda. So I'm trying to do the same stairs basically, so I'm going to move this down to the end here to get the first step. And we can just join them together. And then we want to reset this, and then we want to go to extended modeling, and then we want to go stairs, right click, bottom, top, right click. So this then will bring in the stairs, and then I can go back to which one it was. It was this one, because I saved it before I deleted the macro, and that's what we had there. So I had left these short, no, I cut them afterwards. So I haven't worked on the stairs for like 6 months, so that's why I'm kind of doing this. So we can see what we have there. So on the other stairs, I just added plate underneath these. Now you can see, if I go to the tread dimensions, you can see that the tread is 12 inches and it's actually 11.75, which is what I just put in. So what we need to do is step general, step size, tread type, and we need to go into the user defined with one, which is it 4? Not 3. Four. Stuck now. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I have to pick one of these. Type 1. Yeah, let me just go and check. I'll be right back. Let me check this, because I can't remember which one now I gotta use. I think I gotta use a specific one to put in my own step. Yeah, sorry, so I did find it here just after I paused. I had to go to the tread dimensions, I guess. Some of these ones here. 24, 23, let's see what 19 does. 24 gives it to me here. So grip strut, and we'll see if that comes in. It does come in, but it's coming in a weird spot, right? So it's, see, it's coming in too high. So that's interesting. So whatever way I have it set up, it's not coming in the right location. See, because I can then add the plate if I want. Yeah, so I have a little bit of work to do here to figure this out. I need to, obviously, it seems to be working off the center point of the hole. It's like the center point is supposed to be where the nosing is. So it's something got to do with, no, I'm able to set it there, so maybe that's going to work for me. They appear to be too low there. Yeah, so obviously I need some work on this, so that's not ideal. Now, if I go back into the macro, just want to see, I should have changed the wireframe first, sorry. I want to have this as a plate inside, so let me see if I can switch that to a plate. Step general, step type. So I want it to be a plate. So this is a plate, and this is a plate. So let me pick 23. Sorry, I have to pick it here, not in the image. My mind is racing trying to figure this out. Yeah, so strangely now that, oh yeah, that's using the other step, so I have to go back in here and change the default to my grip strut again. The nosing has stayed fine on the first one, but I don't want this cutting back my thread. I want this plate inside the thread. So go back to thread type. It doesn't really give me one that goes inside, right? Yeah, it doesn't give me one that goes inside. So, like if we click on one, right, let's see what happens. If we click on one, it's not going to give me the option to use the thread type. So it's going to have to be one of these. See, that's an angle. This is a plate. Now, if we go back to 23 and we'll switch this back, we'll try and get as close as we can. So we want to change this step again to grip strut. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll go back out of macro. We want to locate these where we want them. So let's pick all the steps. Now, we should be able to figure out the nosing of this. So this is not the way we should be doing it, but let me see if I go here. Now, alright, we've got that point on the nosing at least. Now I want to try and get that plate inside. So we're getting closer at least, but I may have to just remove the step and just add the plates, so we could just copy the plates. Not ideal. So step general, dimension 2, So the plate, side plate height is, let's say, 2 inches. And this plate is actually, let me see, I have it written down here somewhere. The plate is actually 1 3/4 inches, so let's make it 1 3/4 inches. 1.75. And the offset is going to be 2.5 minus 1/8 is 2 3/8. So that's 3/8, and 1/4 is 5/8. So we should offset this 5/8. Not that way. Offset 5/8. That's also the wrong way. Sorry, minus. So that's where we want to go. And then the plate is going to be, the width of the plate is 11.5. And that's pretty good. So we want to offset this minus 1/8 for the thickness. And the bolts are wrong, but also the thread is cut back, which we don't want. I don't know if I can avoid that, because as you can see, it's showing this plate as being outside. So let's just see if we do the plate thickness. Let's just do a 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's going to cut that right back. So I want this to be a 1/4 inch plate. And we want the bolts from the end of the plate it's given me. So bolt side distance. My step is somewhat, but there was 11.5, sorry. So 11.5. And I want 6 inches in between, so that's 5.5, and half of 5.5 is 2 3/4. So the 12 should be 2.75. And the bolt distance should be 6. And the bolt distance from the top is the top of the plate, I believe, 14. And the plate, so that should be 7/8. No, maybe it's taking the top of the step. No, that's good. Alright, so the only issue now is the holes are wrong, because I want one of those to be a slotted hole. For now it's pretty good, but it's close, you know. It's not perfect. Obviously this is really actually no good because it's cutting back the thread. So the other option would be to copy the other plates over. So what I would do is go back to step general, sorry, thread type. I don't want this one now because that didn't work for me, so I'm going to go with 22. So go to 22, and then you want to go to dimension, put in that type of thread you want, grip strut. There's your thread. And now I'm going to zoom back out. I'm going to go over and gather this plate and the bolts, and I'm going to copy that. I just got to be careful to turn this off. Added connections. So let's, the bolt and the plates, let's copy from the inside here. And we want to copy that over as far as that stairs. So you can see it has not copied the bolts, and I'm going to rotate that around here to there, and then I'm going to move that over from the end of this in the X direction. Obviously that needs to be inside. So that's your plate on that side. Then you want to put the 1/2 inch bolts through these. So you really want to put the bolts in. You don't want to have double holes is the problem. So you're really just gonna, there's not a simpler way to do it. I don't think. I probably could have copied this over a little better, but I don't like to risk it. So what I do is I'll take that out and then I'll rotate that. I'll go to objects and a bolt, and I'll go and put the bolt in through the stringer, because there's too many mistakes made when you copy stuff over, and it can be a real pain when you start copying it around. So I'm just going to put this in here with a 1/16 hole, and then I'm going to copy that over, and it's a, it doesn't take that long, and you know exactly what you have. Now I know I have this bolt connecting these two. I don't have any extra holes here or anything like that. So all I want to do now is double click on that. I want a hole definition. The channel is fine. In the plate, I want to change that to a slotted hole. And slotted hole is right there, and I'm going to make it 1.25. And that should be good. So now all you need to do is we can mirror that over. So let's set this back, and let's connect the plate and the bolts, and let's hit here. I want to mirror, select mirror points here to here, preview. That's good. Okay, just double check that it's gone through over here. Oh. So just make sure, because check this to see there's holes in it. That's good. So now you can see that that thread is the way I want it. Now all we got to do is I want to select these bolts are side bolts, which is right, and now I want to select those two plates and this, and I want to weld them together. So you still don't have to break the macro. This should still all work. So sorry, I want to select just to show you, and there you go. So we have now selected that grip strut step. That's welded together, and now all you need to do is select the plate and the plate. Tick this box in here, include additional connections, cancel. Sorry, I should have picked the plates after I did that. And now go to the advanced copy, and we're going to use the nosing points to copy from. Might be easier here. Okay, so all going well. That should have copied the weld, which you can see, and the bolts. And now they are all connected together. And if I select the assemblies 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, select them, and now I want to number those. So go to numbering. You can see I have my numbering set specifically, and let's number these. There's 5 objects, S21. So I have those, and now I'm just going to select one of them and go to process and assembly on C. Probably B is big enough, but let's put it on a C. And there's your drawing for your steps. If it opens, oh sorry, show assembly detail, apologies. And here's your thread. It might not be exactly what you want, so it depends on your drawing style, but you can see it's got the label here, and here's your grip strut step, and looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. And you can see grip strut 11¾ it comes in on your list as well. By no means a perfect video, but just kind of walk through what you need to do to try and get a user-defined step you want. Hope it helps. It's a little bit long. Don't have time to redo it, so hope this helps.